Hi Australia, Planet Australia. Hope everybody's getting used to the new year. Hope that if you've had COVID or Omicron or Delta, which I don't think a lot of people would have Delta, but if you've had Omicron and you've been sick, please my thoughts go out to you, because as we all know now, it's not as severe as the other variants, but the thing is you still get sick, and it does impact some people quite severely. So my thoughts go out to you, and blessings as well. Well, it's that time of year again, people. Today's the 25th. What's tomorrow? The 26th. Now, I kind of, in ways, I'm not going to commit to saying the 26th is Australia Day, okay, because there's lots of mixed emotions about the date and even the day and the name of the day. Now the thing is, I'm going to call it from now on Recognition Day, and that is a day of recognising everything that's happened, good, bad, from the past, present and future, to all people here in Australia. So that is my message to you guys today. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and, talk about the Aussie way or things like that, but I will let you in on a little secret or two in a minute, which I thought was quite funny in ways, which I suppose is Aussie. But apart from that, I just want to say, for tomorrow on the day, which happens to be the 26th, okay, whether we agree with that date or not, I'm going to say Happy Recognition Day to everybody in the nation. Now, I've put that out of the way, I've got that out of the way. Now, I want to talk about a few things, okay. Now, one is I put up a tube stating that the government really rudely put out that they were going to fine people $1,000 if they did not report their testings. And I find that, and I suppose everybody else would find that ludicrous madness, because in the beginning it's so hard to get a test, and everybody I've spoken to say that even their chemists aren't even sure of when they're getting some tests in for people to buy even. So, to me, that's a foolhardy thing to do, a stupid move to make. Heard no more about it, which is a good thing. But if it does stand this fine, this penalty of $1,000, government, remove it, because as I said in my post, okay, scrap the $1,000 fine, because it'll do the government, the nation, the people, and everything no good, because people don't have $1,000 to be fined. They don't even have $1,000. A lot of people I hear don't have any savings left, don't have anything. They're living day to day hoping that if they get sick with this variant, that they're strong enough to go out into work, because after all, the government has given the green light on that. So, so where people have got money, it's not to spend on a stupid fine for people that have not reported their test, because there aren't enough in Australia, for people to report or to be penalised with a stupid $1,000 fine. That's off my chest. So the government scrap that. Now, I was watching the National Press Club of Australia today, and I had a bit of a chuckle because Anthony Albanese was on there, and I'd never really, you know how you really don't stop to hear somebody talk? Well, today I did. I sat down and I was actually listening to Albanese talk and explain a little bit about his background, who he was, how he formed his opinions and his values, and what led him into politics. It was really interesting, because you never know where people grow up, right? But you kind of figure, well, you know, I grew up here and it was a damn good place. No wonder that Joe grew up in the same place. But when you do hear that people grew up in the same suburb as you kind of think, wow. And they're the kind of, you know, same age bracket, more or less. You kind of think, wow, it takes you back to when you were a kid. Because Anthony Albanese is from Camperdown. Now, Camperdown, goodness sake, now in the 60s and the 70s and even in the 50s, it's true. Everybody, and when I was growing up, a kid in Campo, everybody embraced each other. Neighbours knew each other. The police knew the neighbours. Everybody knew everybody. And everybody, whether it was good or bad, clung together and helped each other. The neighbours did. If one neighbour didn't have enough food, then they'd be invited down on a Sunday for a baked dinner. That sort of thing. You know, there was a lot of hardship and, say, poverty in Camperdown, but it was real Australian because people embraced each other. No matter what culture, not race. It didn't matter. They all embraced each other and loved each other and helped each other out. From the kids going to school to the Sunday, you know, church where the kids would go to Sunday school, where there was, you know, the Greek Mass where they'd walk around the streets and you'd help celebrate the Greeks. That, you know, sort of thing. The embracement that was in Camperdown was amazing. And now I know a little bit more about Anthony Albanese and where he grew up, and listening to his values and experiences and what he experienced as a kid and how he described growing up and people embracing one another and looking after each other was really beautiful. And I just want to say, I never really heard that, but now I seem to understand him. And he's a really good Joe, I think. He held the National Press Club, and people were giggling, you know, reporters were giggling. They're lighthearted. He was lighthearted, very serious, come to the issues, down to point, but he had time for the people and opened up a little bit more about himself. And I think that was a really good thing. So, you know, talking about votes, I think I may vote Labor this year because he don't seem too bad, you know. And it's not because he come from Campo, but it's just how he spoke about the place where he grew up, how he experienced it, what went on there, and what made him, led him to become what he is today. And he's got my respect and he's got my vote. So there you go. And also another thing is Anthony Albanese has said for Scott Morrison to have on the National Press Club and for the ABC to view a debate. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Scott Morrison and Anthony Albanese said he's there any day of the week. So wouldn't that be good, Australia, to see that debate, see the challenges? And I don't think we've had one of these, and I think it's needed because it gives you a bit of an idea on the inside of how people are thinking, and under pressure too. And debates are good; they're wonderful. A heated debate. Who doesn't like a heated debate? I love a heated debate. So come on, Prime Minister Scott Morrison, do a debate with Anthony Albanese. I think it'd be very, very interesting. And let the ABC, as they said, host it on the National Press Club of Australia. That'd be wonderful. Now, another thing is, you know, like over the last couple of months, people have been told they can go here, they go there, but you're still worried. And you still think, oh, God, if I go out, you know, and we don't have to wear our mask, well, are we going to get sick? Are we going to get this, going to get that? But I've come to a decision that I've been vaccinated and I don't want to live in fear anymore. I don't want to be scared where I go, who I meet, who I talk to, and just generally scared to live. So I made a decision that, of course, like everybody, we're going to be wearing masks. Okay, that's true. With our remodified freedoms, and I'll say it 1,000 times, it's true, we got remodified freedoms, and hopefully they're not remodified anymore. But we live with these masks, okay. So we take that on board, and our hand sanitisers. So I kind of figured, well, I can do what I want as long as I'm cautious and I understand and I'm aware. And anyway, I stepped out with my family to the local pool. It was all very spaced out, very beautiful actually. Really beautiful sunny day. And my daughter brought snags, of course, and she said, you want a snag thing? I said, yeah, of course. And they eat onion. I'm not allowed to eat onion. Upsets my tummy. So anyway, I come to having the snags and our bread and butter, and all of a sudden we go, oh my God, we've got no tomato sauce, no barbecue sauce. Well, that to me was like, oh, you know, can't have a snag singer without any sauce. Anyway, what I found really Aussie and really uniting was a simple, excuse us, and there was people sitting at the back of us, a young family, said you can borrow our tomato sauce and our barbecue sauce and our facelift lighter, you know. It's just like, how simple a gesture. Barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, we didn't have it, but the uniting neighbour, a stranger, an Aussie way, said, here, use ours. And we were, thanks, good on you, mate. And it was made our day and my daughter's day too, so there you go. Just a simple little thing that you do. So this Recognition Day, please, whatever you do, whether it's good, bad, whatever you're thinking, or protesting, or celebrating, do it in such a way that embraces Oz, you know. Because I think here in Oz now, for 2022, we have got it good. Okay, you can't say that we don't. We moan and we groan. We've got a hell of a lot to put up with. We do. But understand where we're at. We're not doing too bad. But the thing is, for us to unite and fight and embrace everything that's happening now, it's got to be a nation thing. We can't just have it once a year where people call it Australia Day or Invasion Day, or, you know, I call it Day of Recognition Day for me, is that we only hit, you know, flog the dog on one day of the year. And that's, to me, senseless. So if we can embrace and unite in an Australian way every day of the year, I think that would be a good thing. Because we have in lots of things, and we have with these contagions, we've all embraced, believe you me. So if we can embrace more, that'd be a really good thing. So whatever you do on the 26th, please do it responsible. And do it with an understanding and empathy for people all around Australia that are suffering, you know, that have suffered and that will suffer. Because that's the Australian way, you know. We look after each other. We're battlers. We get on our 2 feet and we battle what's ever in our path. And we're not doing too bad of a job. So remember that, Oz. Okay, that's my message for you guys for tomorrow. And for the elders of the land, my blessings go out to you and the Aboriginal nations My blessings and thoughts go out to you because you are beautiful people. And to recognise your way, your language and who you are. We're the first Australians, the true Australians. And we should never forget that. And I will never forget that. And also another thing is, I want to say to the Billadilla or Ballawalla, Billadilla family, congrats on, being able to apply for another 3 visas or working permits or whatever they are for you guys. I think that's a really wise choice that the government's done, and recognising that last year when I did a post for the 26th, and I did call it Australia Day, but I will know more. But the thing was, this family was in lockup on Christmas Island, celebrating as Australians, but they were in lockup. This year they can celebrate in freedom. So my thoughts go out to that family. Good on you. You are Australian. Have a lovely recognition day tomorrow. And to the little girls, beauty, mate. That's all I can say. Beauty, mate. Anyway, for me now, I'm going to sign off. Say, see you later, Oz. Look after yourself. But remember the fighting spirit of the boxing kangaroo that I represent here on my channel is for the battler. The normal Joe. The people that are battlers of Australia that stand firm and will not be defeated. Whatever is in our path will not defeat the Australian people. But please, like, subscribe and comment. Until next time, I will say my 4 codes. Respect, dignity, honour, and integrity. They'll serve you well, and faith, of course. Until next time, look after yourself. But remember, if you haven't had your vaccinations, go and get them. If you haven't had your boosters, go and get them. And to the test, well, we do hope there's some for Oz. Anyway, see you later, alligator. Bye, Australia from Planet Australia. Have a good recognition day tomorrow.